Hello and welcome. This is Japan, and I say we, I don't know. I wanted to go over the NXT roster currently after Battlegrounds. This is kind of a crappy, I don't know, best way of saying it, like tier list. Like I didn't make it, but it has a lot of the roster on here, so I figured this would be the best way. It's updated as best as possible after the releases. I don't see anybody released on here. I do see some people called up, which was what we're going to talk about. And yeah, we got our categories as people that they should call up or have been called up. Future main eventers for so basically people I think that are going to be in the title hunt and if not get a title. North American champs, basically the mid card. I feel like the mid card is going to be definitely expanded to its max this year because of how many people that there's like a good power vacuum. Obviously, there should be in the push category. I think that should just a general get a push. Maybe not towards the title, but just getting on to everything, and then stay the same. As I don't think they're going to go anywhere or not get a push either way. Basically, there's a lot of stuff there. So let's start with Rizzo. Now, Rizzo's in an interesting spot because she's in a faction that is now pulling apart. So she's going to have to go on her own or stay with one of them. But I think on the own is honestly the best bet for her. I'm going to be on the category of pushing Rizzo. The few matches that I've seen that she's been very good in the ring. I wouldn't say she is a main eventer or should be in the title thing, but I think she does deserve a couple extra pushes and extra matches. I think this would be a good idea to have her, come out there and do something. The problem is right now she kind of has no narrative thread to go anywhere. I think they should just have her pissed off at the situation and challenge somebody in the back, maybe like a Fallon Henley or Sol Rooker or something, just to get out there and do something. But yeah. Next up is Lexus King. He just dropped the Heritage Cup very recently, and then has now done some Evolve stuff. So I think he's gonna probably stay the same. I mean, I can see him definitely getting into that North American title area, but I don't know if it's necessarily where he's headed. I don't really know if they just need him a little bit more time or what, but it doesn't seem that's where he's destined. Andre Chase, I mean, he brought back Chase U, but I don't know other than in the tag division, I don't really see them doing much. Obviously, we don't have any of the kind of new call ups and stuff on this to a certain extent that are working between Evolve and NXT, but yeah, so I'm gonna probably just put them in staying the same. Ariana Grace, I guess I'll just say the same. She's kind of working more TNA stuff than WWE stuff, which is cool. She gets to work over for Dad, and I think she's going to get a better push over there than she'll ever get over here for the time being. So I think that works. Adonis, I mean, we just saw him in a match. It wasn't anything too crazy or anything too special. I thought he was pretty competent in the ring. I don't know what they're doing with his character, so I'm just gonna have to say stay the same. I mean, at least if he's getting screen time and action, I think is a lot better than anything else. Then we got Brynlin Reese. She's more working Evolve stuff, so I'm probably gonna say the same. I think she's been good in Evolve, but I think that's kind of where they should use her for the majority of this year and see where she goes from there. Then we got one half of Out of the Mud. Honestly, I think they were pretty competent as a tag team. I mean, they're not necessarily my cup of tea of like their wrestling style. It's more strength. But I do think they should be on TV more. I don't know if that's necessarily a push. I guess for our sake of things, I'm going to say push. I'll put both of them up together at the same time. They did just have a match. I think they should be hovering around those tag team titles and making this tag division strong, even though they lost for Axiom. Brooks Jensen, I mean, he's part of the culling. The culling has just not really worked out for me. I guess I'll just say the same. I don't really see anything. Then we got Stacks. I mean, obviously we're breaking up the family. He should be getting a push. We're gonna put him up there. I don't really see it really working out to being like title oriented, but yeah, I don't know. Right now, the North American champion is Ricky Stark, so I have a feeling like it's gonna hover around him for a bit. Um, I honestly do think Charlie Dempsey would be somebody that would be good for this North American area, kind of boost him up from the Heritage Cup. But I could also see him just doing more Heritage Cup stuff. Even Page, I mean, he's kind of already a main eventer, so I'll probably just put him in there. I think I wouldn't be surprised if he could possibly even win another title. But I think he's going to be up towards those front things just because of his in ring. He's very competent in ring, and he's very, very good on the mic, so it helps. Fallon Henley's interesting because she was the North American champion, and they were kind of doing tag team stuff, but it kind of seems like she's on the outs and there's her own faction. So I don't really know what you do with her. I guess I'd say stay the same because she's not in a bad spot. Julie got the call, already got the call up, which was pretty good. I guess Hang and Tank we put them in the main eventers because they do have the titles, and I do believe they hold on to those titles for a bit. I don't think there's a certain tag team yet that's risen up that's like those are the people to go and do that. Izzy Dame, I think with the calling was getting that push, but I don't think she's getting it anymore. I'm gonna have to put her down here because it's not the spot. JC Jane, I mean, she is getting a title opportunity. Depending on when this is aired, it either happened or just about to happen. So, I mean, I guess it's a push to a certain extent. I just think, I guess it's make or break. I'd say put her in the push. It's make or break, but she's been around for a long time. And with Gigi Dolan getting released, I think this could put her as on the danger zone if they don't do anything. Jada Parker, honestly, I think she's in solid in ring worker, but all their outside stuff just I can't really put her into getting a push just because of all the outside stuff. Same thing with Jasmine Nix. They're both people that are I don't think that great of people outside of wrestling, and I know that doesn't always matter to certain people, but to me, I'm just like I don't really want to promote people like that. It's okay if they have a job. I mean, that's if that's what they the organization does. It's about contracts. You can't just release somebody for something shitty they say outside, but um, yeah, I don't particularly want to support. Javon Evans, I do believe he wins the North American Championship. He's very close to probably winning the NXT Championship, and I think he probably could do it, but I do think he might get a North American shot first. But if he goes into the future main event, that wouldn't be that bad. Jordan Grace, I think she's definitely the person knocking off Stephanie at some point if they keep her down in here, but she also could easily be in the call up section at any time. Josh Briggs, I think, kind of stays the same. He's not really in the tag division now and kind of on the outside looking in. Carmen Petrovic, last year around this time, or maybe even a little bit longer than a year, I had her just like you strap a rocket to her and let her go. But I feel like the whole Adonis situation with their whole thing just kind of sucked. I don't know. It just was not good. So I'm gonna just say the same. I don't really know. Kalani Jordan, I think she should be in the title opportunities. Obviously, just had a North American Championship, but I think she should turn heel and possibly go after the NXT Championship. I think turning heel would be great. Lash Legend obviously be way up there. I think she should have a stepping stone. I think she should be in the talks to take out Soul or whoever who gets it. But like I think she should be in there. Obviously, she's a solo star now, and she's got that strength, and I think she's good on the mic, and everything that about her screams superstar. So I think you just need to set that up. Lola Vice, I think, is decent. I think her mic skills still need a lot of work, but I still wouldn't mind seeing a push for her at least to get her into a better position. Luca, I would say the same. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the family. Miles Bourne just got a push. I think you should still keep pushing him, but I think it should be towards the North American stuff, maybe the Heritage Cup. I wouldn't mind seeing Miles Bourne win the Heritage Cup off Dar. I think that would be fine. Nikita Lyons, never been too much of a fan of her. I think her in ring work is okay, nothing too crazy. So I guess stay the same. Dar, I'd probably say the same. He is the Heritage Cup winner. It was kind of random that just comes back and wins automatically, but I'm pretty sure it won't be something that he holds on to forever. Obafemi, honestly, he doesn't have much else left to do in NXT. I think you could call him up very, very soon, and I think it would work out fine. I think you'd have to be like on a Raw where they have a little bit more time to give him stuff, but yeah. Ricky Saints, I think he's going to be around the actual, NXT title very soon. He's obviously the North American Championship holder, but I think there's a, possibility he'll drop that and then immediately get back up in towards the bigger main event stuff. Ridge Holland, never been much of a fan, so I probably wouldn't say anything. Roxanne Perez, obviously already got called up, so we should put her up there. Sean Spears, honestly, if the calling doesn't work, maybe calling him up would be better. He won the North American title, so I kind of probably put him in that area. He might be hovering around that. Obviously, he's had some NXT championship feud type stuff before too, so I think there's a good shot. Sol Ruka, I honestly could see being NXT champion by the end of the year. She's obviously a double champion right now. She'd have to lose that one, but I think when she loses that and goes on to bigger and better things, I think could definitely be a thing towards later of the year. 70 for core, should be called up. I mean, she should, whenever she drives the title, she should just be called up to the main roster. She's just too good at what she does down in NXT. Tannen Paxley is honestly somebody I do believe you should call up. It's a weird person to say, but I think with Lyra's help up there, she could easily be part of a tag team or at least be worth Lyra to get some matches based off of that. I think she kind of doesn't really have much of anything. It's like two ways. I say you call her up, put her with Lyra, or you keep her and put her with Thea Hale because they could work together. So I guess I'd put her in the push and then try to figure it out, and I'll put Thea Hale with her because I think that could be a good tag team, at least just to help both of them out that both don't really have a spot on the roster. Tavion Heights, I think, is probably going to be in that North American title chances. I mean, he had a great run over there in Japan, and I don't think they capitalized on it, but I don't think it's too late. Tony D'Angelo, I think he'll be in the main event scene. I think once the family dissolves, that's kind of his thing, is that he's going to have to be up there towards the NXT championship. Trick Williams, the current TNA champion, so it's hard to say what he'll be doing, but I think he'll be on NXT programming with the title, so I think main event areas for it. Then we got our two tag team people. I forget what their new name is with Wesley. Like they had like a name that they said. I honestly think that they've been pretty solid. I'd bring them as a decent push. I think they should win the tag team titles at some point this year. Shouldn't be anything too crazy or a crazy run, but I do think they should get those flowers of winning it so they could really bring this faction up a little bit. Winnie Chu is going to be more of a Evolve person. I'll just put her in the same because I feel like she's doing decent stuff in Evolve that there is no point to do anything. Wesley, they should kind of recapture what he was before this last injury, and just he was doing amazing things. So I think you should honestly put the NXT belt on him at some point this year. Rin Sinclair, I always like Rin, so I'm gonna put her in push. I do believe they kind of have stopped pushing her, but there's still time. Zarya, I think, is going to be North American title holder after Soul. I think she beats Soul and dissolves that friendship and is kind of more of a heel ish, which would be really good for that mid card title. And I think she could have some really crazy matches with Flash Legend and the rest of the mid card for the women. So I think it'd be a good thing. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. There's a lot of stuff going on and a lot of different parts. Obviously, more people coming up from Evolve and other indies and stuff. There's going to be a lot of new stuff. I know there's some new people coming in, so it'll be kind of interesting. And then there's always those chances for main roster people to kind of come down here and do some other stuff. So that'll be interesting also. But until next time, this has been Japan. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.